There comes a time in your life when everything inside you wants to quit. The weight of disappointment, the pressure of failure, the silence of unanswered prayers, it all whispers, give up. But let me remind you, destiny does not bow to discouragement. Purpose does not die in pain. You cannot stop, because what you carry is greater than what you face. Every season of struggle is a setup for your emergence. The storm you're in is not meant to destroy you, it's meant to reveal you. You were not created to live an average life. You were designed to dominate, to rise above challenges, to lead, to influence, to leave an imprint that outlives your name. But purpose will always demand pressure. It is in the breaking that the oil flows, and it is in the crushing that the diamond shines. You must understand, your pain has a purpose, your trials have a timing, and your faith has a future. Pain is the pathway to purpose because everything meaningful in life is born out of struggle. Nothing great has ever emerged from comfort. The seed must break before it grows. The gold must pass through fire before it shines. The human soul must endure breaking before it discovers its true capacity. Pain is not a punishment, it is preparation. It refines, reshapes, and redefines who you are. Most people try to avoid pain, not realizing that avoiding pain is avoiding growth. The very thing you run from is the thing designed to unlock what's hidden inside you. You will never know the strength of your faith until life gives you a reason to doubt it. You will never understand the power of resilience until everything in you is tested. Pain introduces you to yourself, it reveals your limits, but it also invites you to rise beyond them. When you embrace pain with purpose, it transforms you. It changes how you think, how you move, and how you see life. Every tear, every failure, every loss becomes a teacher. Pain teaches you discipline, it forces you to focus. It strips away distractions and makes you confront the truth about what you believe. It exposes your weaknesses but also awakens your potential. The reason pain feels heavy is because it carries purpose inside it. What you suffer for reveals what truly matters to you. And when you learn to see pain not as an enemy but as a partner in your process, you begin to grow beyond what you thought was possible. Every person who has ever walked in greatness walked through pain. The path to destiny is paved with pressure. Pain will demand your patience. It will test your commitment. It will question your faith. But hidden inside that pain is the birth of your purpose. Every broken moment is molding you into something stronger. Every delay is developing something deeper. The pain you feel today is shaping the power you'll carry tomorrow. You must learn to endure it, not escape it. Because pain is the signal that you are being stretched into your next level. In the midst of pain, your vision becomes clearer. What once distracted you no longer matters. You begin to understand that what you're facing is not meant to destroy you, it's meant to prepare you for what you prayed for. The process hurts because it's pulling out what doesn't belong and placing in you what you'll need ahead. Purpose is not found in pleasure, it's found in persistence through pain. Every scar becomes a story of strength, every wound becomes wisdom, and every trial becomes testimony. Pain is not your enemy, it is your assignment to evolve. It's the language of transformation, the fire that purifies, the force that turns ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. Pressure is the proof of potential because the weight you carry reveals the strength you possess. Nothing valuable is ever formed without pressure. Diamonds are born in the earth's deepest places, under crushing force. Gold is purified in the hottest fire. Likewise, your greatness is developed through the weight of challenges that seem too heavy to bear. When life presses you, it's not to destroy you but to expose the depth of what's inside you. The presence of pressure means there is something powerful within you trying to emerge. It means there's more to you than what you see, more strength, more vision, more resilience waiting to be revealed. Most people mistake pressure for punishment, but pressure is a sign of promise. The reason you feel the weight is because destiny is demanding development. Pressure stretches you beyond comfort and breaks the limits of who you thought you were. It forces you to think differently, to act differently, to believe differently. It pushes you to grow into the capacity of your calling. You cannot carry greatness with a weak structure. So, pressure builds that structure. It teaches endurance when quitting feels easier. It teaches patience when waiting feels painful. It teaches faith when nothing seems to be working. Pressure develops character, and character sustains destiny. Without pressure, purpose would remain potential. It would stay locked inside, never activated, never refined, never ready for manifestation. The people who rise to greatness are not those who escape pressure, but those who embrace it. They understand that pressure is a divine classroom where discipline and strength are born. The longer you stay under pressure with the right attitude, the stronger you become. Every trial you face is a weight that builds your spiritual and emotional muscles. The heavier the resistance, the greater the growth. If you've ever felt like the load is unbearable, it's because your next level requires a stronger version of you. Pressure doesn't come to break you, it comes to build you into someone capable of carrying more. When you're under pressure, life reveals your priorities. It shows what truly matters, what's truly worth fighting for. It strips away comfort and distractions, leaving you face to face with purpose. The moments when you feel overwhelmed are often the moments closest to breakthrough. Pressure squeezes out the excuses, the fear, the doubt, leaving only focus and fire. It pushes you into creativity, into solutions, into clarity. You begin to realize that pressure is not the enemy, it's the evidence that you're alive, that you're growing, that you're walking towards something significant. When destiny is near, pressure increases, because the closer you get to purpose, the greater the demand becomes. The weight you feel today is the proof that you're carrying something powerful within you, something too valuable to remain untested. Discipline must match your desire because wanting something is never enough. Desire creates passion, but discipline produces progress. You can dream all day about success, but without consistent action, dreams remain imaginary. Discipline is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It's the daily decision to show up even when motivation fades. It's the quiet commitment to keep moving forward when no one is watching. Desire is emotional, but discipline is spiritual. It's the inner strength to obey purpose when feelings fluctuate. You cannot depend on inspiration alone, you must develop instruction for yourself. Discipline turns potential into power, and passion into performance. Every great vision demands structure, and that structure is built by discipline. Many people start strong because desire excites them, but few finish strong because discipline sustains them. The road to destiny is not walked by those who feel ready, it's walked by those who are faithful. Discipline is the unseen force that builds momentum when excitement disappears. It's the routine that carries you through resistance. It's the order that keeps chaos out of your purpose. The world rewards talent, but destiny rewards consistency. Every time you choose structure over comfort, you strengthen your foundation. Every time you honor your commitments, you align yourself with the rhythm of purpose. Discipline is not about restriction, it's about refinement. It shapes you to handle the weight of what you've been asking for. Discipline demands that you control what you can while trusting God for what you can't. It teaches you to value time, to guard your focus, to prioritize growth over gratification. It trains your mind to obey your mission instead of your emotions. Because desire can make you start, but only discipline will keep you standing when things get hard. Every successful person you admire is a product of repeated decisions done in silence. Discipline is doing what needs to be done long after the feeling of wanting to do it is gone. It's the proof that you are serious about your future. When you are disciplined, you no longer chase opportunities, opportunities start chasing you. Consistency creates credibility. The world begins to recognize patterns of excellence in your behavior. You don't have to talk about what you're building, your results will speak louder. Discipline makes you dependable in a world full of distractions. It molds your habits, and your habits build your destiny. The future belongs to those who can master themselves. The difference between average and extraordinary is not talent, it's commitment. Discipline demands sacrifice, but every sacrifice refines your character. It separates the dreamers from the doers. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, but it's powerful. Because discipline is destiny in motion. It's the unseen preparation that meets divine opportunity. And when your discipline finally meets your desire, that's when destiny begins to manifest. Consistency outlasts crisis because storms don't destroy those who keep moving. Life will always test your endurance, not your excitement. Anyone can start when it feels easy, but only the consistent rise when everything around them falls apart. Consistency is the foundation of greatness. It is the quiet repetition of doing what must be done even when results seem invisible. Crisis reveals the difference between those who are emotionally driven and those who are purpose-driven. The emotional person reacts to pain, but the consistent person responds with persistence. When you keep showing up in faith, you build a rhythm that no obstacle can interrupt. Success is not a moment, it's a pattern built through discipline, through showing up again and again no matter how hard it gets. Consistency is the evidence of conviction. It proves that your belief is stronger than your circumstances. Every time you choose to keep going, you remind life that you will not be moved by pressure. You may bend, but you will not break. The consistent understand that crisis is temporary, but character is eternal. The winds will come, but roots run deep when they've been watered by persistence. Consistency builds roots in your purpose so that even when storms shake you, they cannot uproot you. It gives you stability in uncertainty and focus in confusion. When others stop, consistency keeps you alive. It's what turns effort into excellence, struggle into strength, and small beginnings into lasting impact. The truth is, crisis doesn't cancel destiny, it confirms it. Every challenge comes to test the authenticity of your commitment. If you only move when it's easy, you'll never grow beyond average. But if you choose to stay steady when life feels chaotic, you position yourself for breakthrough. Consistency doesn't mean you never fall, it means you keep getting back up. It's about refusing to let yesterday's failure define today's potential. It's waking up every morning and deciding that quitting is not an option. The most powerful people are not those who never face storms, but those who keep rowing until the waves calm. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates miracles. When you keep pressing forward, doors begin to open that once seemed locked. The universe respects persistence. God rewards faithfulness. The seeds you water daily may not grow overnight, but they will grow in time. Crisis cannot destroy what is consistently built. The pain you endure today becomes the strength you stand on tomorrow. Consistency builds credibility with yourself, it makes you trust your own word. It silences doubt and builds confidence through evidence. Each small act of faith compounds into transformation. What you repeat becomes who you are. The person who keeps showing up, regardless of the season, becomes unstoppable. Because consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's the heartbeat of success, the rhythm of destiny, and the secret that allows you to outlast every crisis you face. Vision demands endurance because seeing the promise is easy, but walking toward it requires strength. Every dream placed inside you will test your patience, stretch your faith, and challenge your persistence. Vision is not fulfilled overnight, it unfolds through seasons of waiting, working, and believing when nothing seems to move. The distance between where you are and where you're meant to be is called endurance. Without it, vision dies in the realm of imagination. Endurance is what keeps your spirit alive when results are delayed, when doors close, and when answers seem silent. Many people lose their vision not because it wasn't real, but because they lack the stamina to carry it through difficulty. The higher the vision, the deeper the process. Greatness demands time, and purpose demands perseverance. Vision is like a seed, it grows underground before it ever breaks the surface. While people see nothing, something is happening in the unseen. The soil of struggle is where faith takes root. You must learn to endure obscurity, to keep building when no one applauds, to keep planting when the harvest looks far away. Endurance refines your character to match your calling. It teaches you to move with conviction rather than convenience. It keeps you faithful to the process instead of frustrated by the pace. Every delay is divine training, preparing you to handle the magnitude of what you're believing for. Endurance is not just waiting, it's active preparation in the face of uncertainty. Those who endure are those who truly believe in their vision. They understand that faith is not proven in comfort but in consistency. Endurance is the proof of faith under fire. It's the ability to keep walking through the storm with your eyes fixed on what's ahead. When others lose focus, endurance anchors you. When distractions arise, endurance keeps you aligned. You cannot carry a great vision with a fragile spirit. Endurance strengthens your inner foundation so you can handle the weight of destiny without collapsing. It keeps your hope alive when your heart is tired. It reminds you that the waiting season is not wasted, it's working in your favor. Vision will test your endurance through disappointment, delays, and doubt. There will be moments when you feel forgotten, unseen, and overlooked. But endurance whispers that your story is still being written. It reminds you that pressure is part of the process. You may walk through seasons of silence, but even in silence, your purpose is speaking. Every step you take, no matter how slow, moves you closer to manifestation. Endurance transforms vision from an idea into a reality. It's the force that turns potential into power. It's not glamorous, but it's necessary. Because the fulfillment of vision does not come to those who only start strong, but to those who keep walking through the storm with unwavering faith, knowing that endurance is the pathway to destiny. Champions are built in silence, not applause, because true greatness is born in the unseen. The loudest work is often done in quiet rooms where no one is watching, no one is cheering, and no one is celebrating. Silence is the workshop of destiny. It's in the hidden seasons that champions are shaped, trained, and refined. Public victory is always the result of private discipline. The world sees the crown, but it never sees the crushing. It sees the stage, but it doesn't see the solitude. Every person who rises to greatness has walked through a period of isolation, where the only voice they could depend on was the voice within. The silence is where you wrestle with doubt, confront fear, and master your mind. That's where champions are made, far from comfort, far from noise, and far from the approval of others. When no one knows your name and no one recognizes your effort, that's when character is being built. The silence tests your motives. It exposes whether you're driven by applause or assignment. If you can work without validation, you are ready for elevation. The private process is what gives power to the public platform. Every unseen sacrifice adds strength to your foundation. Champions understand that silence is sacred. It's where vision grows, where focus sharpens, and where faith matures. You learn to move without needing recognition. You begin to realize that greatness is not about being noticed, it's about being prepared. In silence, you discover the strength of consistency. You learn to rise early, to study, to build, to train, to pray, to improve, all without anyone telling you to. You begin to understand that purpose is not a performance, it's a process. Every repetition in obscurity creates mastery. Every unseen act of discipline builds excellence. Champions are not motivated by the crowd, they are motivated by calling. They understand that the applause fades, but the work remains. They are more focused on the mission than on the moment. The silence is also where resilience is formed. It's where you learn to keep going without encouragement, to keep believing without evidence, to keep fighting when fatigue sets in. The absence of applause becomes your training ground for endurance. Because if you can survive the silence, you can stand in the spotlight without losing yourself. The process of becoming a champion is not glamorous, it's lonely, it's demanding, it's hidden. But the silence protects you from pride and prepares you for purpose. It teaches you to depend on your principles, not on praise. The world will only see the result, but heaven sees the process. Every tear, every sacrifice, every long night of preparation counts. Because when the moment finally comes and your name is called, it won't be luck that lifts you, it will be the years of silent preparation that made you a champion long before anyone noticed.